And we're here. It's day 5. Can you believe it's already day 5? We've been together all week. This has been so amazing. And we're so grateful for all of you who are joining us, who are chiming in. All the engagement and commenting is really lifting us all up together, because together we rise. We're meant to be as a group. And today's theme is Elevate Your Life. Well, we have a goddess in the room today, and the goddess is Artemis, and her message is focus. And it's exactly what I needed this morning, because somehow I was a little bit scattered. So the goddesses always show up to give us the message we need. And her guidance tells us we may be focused on one thing too specifically. And if we only look in one place, we might be missing the opportunities. It's time to open your eyes and look a little softer. See what you don't even know you're seeing, right? When we talk about that third eye, let it open, clear that lens. It's like clearing your glasses. So open up and see beyond what you know, and be open to focus on something a little different. Because as my pal Al says, if we keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting the same results, insanity, nothing's going to happen. So how did you all do looking at your space? Because your space leaves clues. I hope that you're now having that conversation between your space and your subconscious. It should be a triple play. Everybody should get involved. So remember, things that are happening are showing up daily. Where do you feel it in your body? Hear your body talk. Where are you noticing things? How are you moving through your space? What messages do you see day after day after day? And do you want to get a different result? Well, you can make one subtle move and change your space. We've all heard stories about how one little move can make a big difference, and we want to hear yours. So share it in the chat, email us, text us. We want to know, because it's all about you. Well, let's get right into our Elevate Your Life. Brenda, why don't you start off with one of the most important things we love to share about elevating your life?
Absolutely. I do want to say 2 things. One was there was a comment yesterday on the post about, when you walk into a space and you begin to notice the piles or notice things, what does it all mean? And I just thought maybe you could just answer that question. I know it means something different for each person. And I had suggested just tuning into your body and let your body tell you what it means. Do you have any other things you would like to add to that?
Yes, the location has a lot to do with it. So is it where you're spending the most time? Is it near the front door? Usually if it's near a door, it's meaning that it is a blockage of opportunities coming in or going out. And in Feng Shui, we look at the map of our space using our Bagua. Ba meaning 8, Gua meaning sections. We map up our space and we look at all our life patterns. So the piles might be in your relationship area. Is that where you need to pay attention? It might be in your spiritual area. You're not taking care of yourself. You're not nourishing yourself. It's time to pay attention to you. And like I said, if it's near a door, that could be opportunity. Is it near the bedroom door? I think I mentioned the client whose doorknob kept falling out of the door to the bedroom, and it was the relationship that wasn't being addressed. So there are many different ways that we can look at this, but notice for yourself, when you see those piles, what comes to mind? Is there something that you're resisting? Is there something you just don't want to do because it might be a little too uncomfortable? And then little by little, start shifting and moving around and doing things with those piles, and you will see things begin to shift within you. Thank you for that reminder, Brenda.
Yeah. I think it came up last night. Somebody asked that. I noticed the comment. Excuse me. And so what's really awesome is that these tools that we've been teaching you all week are all tools to elevate your life. And we want to give you some more tools today. And, Lois and I, like we said, we've been working together for over a year now. We've known each other for a long time, and we've been working as guides, mentors, healers, coaches for myself, almost a decade. Lois, over a decade, I'm sure. And we have so many tools and things to give you, and we're giving you as much as we possibly can through this challenge. But no, we are enrolling into our course, which is starting October 26th. if you want to really learn how to use everything that we did individualized to yourself, it would be a great opportunity. This is the last time we're offering it this year, and we already are enrolled a few people. So that being said, let us start sharing with you some additional tools that you can utilize every day to elevate your life. We were making our talk yesterday, and I have like a whole paper of everything. And I'm like, how can we possibly discuss this in 20 minutes? So we were really looking to identify the top ones that we utilize ourselves and we teach our clients to utilize. And that's the first one, is to create daily rituals or daily habits. Right? You already have daily habits. And this whole week was about noticing what daily habits are you doing every day and how do they make you feel? Do you hit the alarm clock, get up and run out the door? Do you hit the snooze button and stay in bed and be like, I don't want to get up? These are all things that are habits. Our body, our subconscious, we run in patterns. And so ideally what you want to do is start creating daily rituals or daily habits that feed you, that nurture you, that make you feel good, confident, peaceful, calm. I just had a talk with someone this morning, and I asked her what was her morning rituals as she did this morning. And she shared with me. And then she said, well, what did you do? And I said, I went on a meditative walk. And she's like, what's that? And I was like, well, I have to walk my dog every day and I like to meditate. So I kind of just put them together and I do a meditative walk, right? Where I'm just super mindful. So these are things that just different things that you can do to nurture yourself. And meditation is one of those ways. How can you bring meditation into your life? It not only grounds you, as we talked about the root chakra, but it also connects you with yourself and your higher self or the universe or whatever that is, so that you can feel guided and directed and connected. So meditation is one fabulous way. I do a meditative walk every day. There's guided meditations, there's silent meditations, there are eating meditations. There's so many different types of meditations that you can do. I invite you to explore many different options and realize meditation is any time that you choose to be completely present. So,
and Brenda, I wanted to just share, if you want to get started, if you've never done a meditation, reach out to me. I do 30-second vacation meditations. So that's the beginning. You just start with 30 seconds and see where it takes you. As Brenda said, it's anytime you do one focused, mindful attention.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you could 30 seconds, 3 deep breaths, just get in the mindset of becoming present, grounded, being in the moment. And that is a really important ritual to develop, because when you do that, the world outside of you then begins to look different. You get to see things differently instead of racing and antsy or anxious and depressed and all of that. You get to see things on a different level. Someone comment below if you're meditating and what type of meditations you're doing, and let's share with the group so that they can get different ideas. One of the other rituals, and if you worked with me, you already know this, is affirmations. Affirmations are so super important to start to reprogram your mind. I do know that there needs to be transformation that happens on a subconscious level, and the affirmations then support the transformation that you're doing. So it's so important that you develop affirmations. Those are positive statements about your life, about you, about what you want to be. Usually it starts with I am. And so just begin to notice what you're saying to yourself every day. Are you declaring who you are and what you want to be, or what you don't want in your life? Like, I'm tired, I'm frustrated, I have no energy. Those are all things that you are putting out to the universe. So the universe is saying, oh, okay, let me bring you those things into your life so that you can have even more of that. So I suggest developing 50 affirmations. It takes 20 positives to get rid of one negative, to get rid of the energy of one negative. It takes 20 positive statements. So I invite you to come up with at least 50 affirmations that you can say throughout the day, and you'll feel your energy elevate. The other thing that we talked a little bit about is learning to ask empowering questions. That is a practice. It's not like you hear a question, you're like, oh, that's great. No, it's a practice. Your subconscious asks you questions every time you're stressed, overwhelmed, frustrated, or sad, depressed. The subconscious just starts going. So get consciously aware of when you're stressed, when you're overwhelmed, when you're depressed, and all of that, and start asking empowering questions such as, how is this serving me? What's good about this right now? What are the lessons I'm here to learn? How can I make myself feel even better in this moment? These are all questions because you're already asking subconsciously questions that aren't serving you, I'm sure, unless you've had training. So start to reprogram your mind with positive questions. The other two things I want to mention is nurturing your body. And I guess actually everything falls into that category. Learning to nurture your body. And that means sleep when you need sleep. It means eat when you need to eat, drink water, bring in vibrant foods into your life, and move your body in a way that feels good to you. Whatever exercise, whatever movement that is for you. So learning to nurture your body. And that's something you need to do every single day. Oh, and one last one I just want to mention. I see we have so many. Visualizing and intending what you want to come into your life is so super important. Whatever it is that you're looking for or want into your life, visualize that every single day, whether it's in your morning exercise, your walk, in your shower. It doesn't matter when or where you do it. Just start to visualize what you want to come into fruition. And those are just some daily rituals that we encourage you to use to help transform your life. And there's one more, and we touched on it earlier this week with the power of no, right? One sentence no is a complete sentence. And so, Lois, I'd like you to take over from here and go into what that means and what else we need to do in that area.
Absolutely. But before I go into that, I just wanted to tack on to what Brenda was saying. So when you heard Brenda say 50 affirmations a day, I am, do you know that this has been a recurring recommendation from coaches and teachers I've been working with? And I found in the book, The Instant Millionaire, and some of you savvy businesswomen may have read it. His secret to his student was say 50 times every day. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. So I say every day, in every way, I'm getting even better and better. And I say that 50 times. So all the things we're saying have ties to proven systems, proven things that work time after time. And they have roots somewhere. And if something's been sustained that many years, it's working because we're still doing it and it's serving us well. Well, a really big one that we'd like to share is boundaries, setting boundaries. We've all heard no is a full sentence. How many times do we say yes out of obligation? How many times do we give in to something because we don't want to create conflict? There are ways to say no graciously, rather than saying I'm sorry, because that's one phrase that Brenda and I like to erase. There is no sorry. If you bump into someone, you step on someone's toe, you do something unintentionally, oh, I apologize. I didn't mean to do that. However, if you're having a conversation and someone asks you for something that you either don't want to do, don't have the ability to do, by saying I'm sorry, you're already giving your power away to the other person. And they're in this dance with you thinking, oh, well, they're going to take it personally. Because you're sorry, you must have done something wrong. Instead, say, gee, I would love to help you out. That just isn't possible right now. Offer an alternative. Have a conversation that directs it to a positive discussion rather than saying, I'm sorry. I remember I had a situation where I knew I had to make a phone call that wasn't going to go well. And I started out already not even using my power posing or positive mindset. And the conversation went right down the tubes, and my sister hung up on me because I'm so sorry that I can't do this. I can't be here. Boom. The next time I needed a conversation similar to that, I started with a positive suggestion. How about we do this? How about we do that? And it was up to her to make the choice whether she accepted it or not. I'm not responsible for how she responds to me because she's in her own space. So setting boundaries is also about releasing the need to control other people. How often do we want to make them better? Do we want to fix them? I went through a period in my life where my mom and my sister were in Florida and I was here in New Jersey working full time, traveling around the world. My mom had emphysema. My sister developed cancer and I developed 40 pounds and breathing issues because I said to myself, let me just take it away from them. What can I do to help them? I can't be there. And all of a sudden I started taking on their stuff subconsciously. We can't fix other people. We can be there to support and offer our best. And the more we let go of wanting to control others and just look to go within, and how can I be the best me? How can I influence others by just showing up? Because who likes to be told to calm down? Not me, calm down. Or who wants to be told what to do? We resist it. You're not the boss of me. I'm the boss of me. So these are ways that we can realize what's happening within us. So the next time that you want to really, with a compassionate heart, you want to fix someone or help someone, and there's resistance, take a step back and say, wait a second. What can I do within myself to be the best I can be, to be available, to support? And setting boundaries is a really powerful, powerful way to elevate your life.
Yes, it is. And it reminds me of years ago when I was hurting and not who I am today, is there was no boundaries. I had no boundaries in the sense that I made everybody else's life more important than my own. There was a couple reasons I did that. One is I generally wanted to help somebody. But the second piece of that was I wanted to stay far away from my own problems. So if you're a fixer out there and you want to go fix everybody's problem and help everybody with everything, it's most likely has to do with you needing to fix your own. And so I invite you to begin to say no to others so that you can say yes to yourself. And when you do that, your whole world can change because it gives you the opportunity to heal within. I mean, for those that heard Noreen's story last night, and if you had it, I suggest you go back and listen to it. That was live yesterday at 5 o'clock, I believe. She talked about what it meant or what it means or how she's living in a state of being and peace because she did the work in her work. And it just reminds me so much of where I used to be, and that there was a time in my life where I battled with an eating disorder. I battled with childhood trauma that I needed to get over. And I didn't want to feel any of those things. I didn't want to feel my pain. I didn't want to feel my suffering. I didn't want to feel any of it. So I hid in people's problems. I hid in behind food. I hid behind my weight. And that ultimately was causing me so much pain. I remember looking into the mirror and I would barely look into the mirror. I didn't even want to see what I saw. And I remember at one point I woke up one day and I was so in my head and so unsure of things because my boundaries, I had no boundaries. I was so out there that I had nothing left. And my kids woke up and they came walking down the hallway and I got into my head saying, do I say hello or hi? Like when you are so outside of your boundaries, meaning when you have no, Lois uses the word container, and I don't know if that's what she means in this sentence, but that's what I feel like. When you have no structure for yourself and you give yourself out to everybody else, what happens is you get in your head, you get scattered, you get stuck, you get depressed, you get angry, you get resentful. And I had all of those qualities because I was giving so much to everybody, hoping that it would make me feel good inside. And it didn't. And I got to the point where I said to my children, I in my head, I didn't know if I should say hello or hi to my children. And it was like, seriously, that was the discussion in my head. And we know that your hello or hi doesn't make a difference, right? And it wasn't until I declared, and I remember this so clearly. I had someone refer me to a woman to work with. Her name's Lisa Lieberman Wang, happens to be Lois and I's mentors. And she referred me to work with her and through a program that she had offered. And I had said yes because I felt hope. I felt like there was hope for me. I felt like I could actually live that life that Noreen was talking about, live that life of peace, of happiness, of gratitude, of, I had declared, I had manifested everything I wanted in my life and still was miserable inside. And what happened was there was a conversation that I had with my husband as far as investing that kind of money in myself. And I had to set a boundary. I was a stay-at-home mom. I wasn't working. And he was the the income from our household. And he said, well, you could do it and take money out of our kids' life, or you could do it for yourself. And I know that sounds really horrible because my husband is absolutely an amazing man. Lois can attest to that. But in the time, he didn't see the value. He didn't know how much I was hurting. So at the time, he didn't see the value in me investing in myself. And I had to declare a boundary there. I had to draw a line. I knew if I didn't take that time to invest in myself, I wouldn't have been able to support my children and the life that I truly wanted to give them. So setting boundaries, learning to do that.
And just to, Brenda reminded me of, where I was when I lost my husband so suddenly, and I went into a pool of grief that I didn't know I'd ever get out of. I had a routine. I'd get in the car and I'd cry. So I created a new pattern in my life. Get in the car and you just cry, whether you're driving 10 minutes or 3 hours. And I didn't realize how deep I had gone until I called in sick one day and I said, I'm not coming in. And then I'm not coming in. And then 3 days later, I can't get out of bed. I just can't get out of bed. And that was my darkest point. But what I realized as I found the lights that showed up that I was open to step into for my healing process. Once I was healing the grief, I realized I didn't even realize there were things in my life I was pushing down. I wasn't facing. I thought I had it all that, but I wasn't looking at it because I had boundaries and I was busy. I was successful. I had a job. I had this, I had a career. And once the grief went away, all the other stuff came to the surface. So sometimes we don't even realize what could be holding us back, but notice where you are in your life and you can be even more. So this program is for getting you to really get in connection with yourself, to be even better, to be the very best you can be, letting go of things that may be so deep down inside we didn't even know they were there. That again, whoa. And how do we manage all of these things? And then how do we manage going forward?
Absolutely. And, it is about releasing and all, but I want to say this, so elevate your life. These are tools. Everything that we've taught you all this week are tools, and we want to help you elevate your life forever. Tools are really wonderful. They work, no doubt. I mean, you've heard all week from our guests how these tools have worked, but they did the inner work. They got rid of the beliefs subconsciously. They reprogrammed their thought process. They reprogrammed through our program. And that's why their results are sustainable. That's why they don't stop doing their affirmations, because they don't have the need to self-sabotage anymore. That's why they don't stop doing things that they want to do. Because they truly believe it at their core, at their soul. Their soul is now living their life. And if you haven't had the opportunities to see their interviews, I highly suggest it, especially if you want to see what's possible for yourself. And so we have the program that we are offering. It's going to be starting on October 26th, and we want to help you go wherever you want to go in your life. If it's that inner peace, if you have a goal a desire to start a business, wherever it is, let us help you elevate your life. And you can go apply for a call today. Today will be the last day that we leave this open. You can go to callwithlois.com or call.brendakiss.com. We'll put it in the comments. And today is the last day to sign up for your call, and it's free. Normally, Lois and I charge over $300 for our services, and so know that this is a free opportunity for you to see if this is right for you. And that being said, take advantage of that. And we have our giveaways for some really lucky winners. For those. Lois is going to read your name, but I'm going to tell you what you won. We wanted to really honor everybody that participated. By participating, not only were you engaging your brain in a different way, helping you see things, hear things, feel things in a different capacity, but you also put your energy out there, which was then helping others as well. And so we want to give to you this beautiful gift. It's going to be a 45-minute healing with Lois and I. And for those that have participated through the challenge, Lois is going to read your names. And if you have participated and she doesn't read your name, please just contact one of us. We will be calling you or texting you separately so that you know exactly when this healing is going to happen. It is a one-time offer. It will not be recorded and given. You must show up to receive it. And that's because we want all of us to come together. We've come together all week. We really want to come together virtually and see everybody. So the winners to the group healing is
Charlie, Donna, Martha, Joni, Kathy Savino, Kathy Widener, Lisa Sky, Karen Finnerty, Denise Wrightington, Jamie Gazes, Gina Katz, Amy Rath, Jamie Morgan, Jacqueline Levine, Tanya Gigante, Dawn DeFeo, Doreen DeFeo, Isabel Mosca, Judy Mucci, Tanya Resnick, Aviva Weiss, Elena Meyer, Angela Lynn, Jill Hartman, Krista Esposito, Amy Klingman, Lorna Plant. And the grand prize for the winner with the private session I pulled all the names out of our bag is Martha Fickinger. Martha, you won the grand prize! Yay!
So Martha, Lois will reach out to you and we'll get a private session set up for you. All those that are going to be able to, that were offered the group session, we will be reaching out to you via text so that we can give you the details on that. This has been a magnificent week. We really, really hope that all of you have enjoyed, implemented these tools, did the answers in the workbook. All of that stimulating and going to move you in the right direction. And if you really want to learn how to elevate your life, how to live in this space that you saw these women this week living, take advantage of this today. To reach out to us, get that call, see if this is the right thing for you, the right time, the right program, and make a difference in your life. Take that risk. I think Noreen said it yesterday. Jump, you know.
Jump for your love. Jump.
Yes. So I just want to read to Lois because she doesn't see all the comments as they're coming in. Martha, there's everybody saying good morning. Good morning. Lisa Sky sending light. Charlie said the meditations are my jam. Judy said we are a blessing. Thank you. Martha's so excited. She's oh my godding. She's very, very excited. Charlie said there's so many golden nuggets throughout this week. Isabel's excited about the healing. And, you know, they're congratulating Martha for winning as well. So here's to an amazing 5 weeks, 5 days.
5 days.
And today is not over. Today is the end. Do the work. Start to write your rituals down. What are your rituals? What boundaries are you setting for yourself? Take this time, answer the journal, and you may even see us later live. Who knows?
You may even see us later live. And remember, it's chakras and shui. Put them together. You got everything you need. Have that conversation with your space. Don't be left out. Make it a triple play. You've got all these wonderful tools. Start elevating your life now. You've already taken those steps being with us. And don't forget Monday night, you're all registered. Everyone that's registered for, through the challenge, through the Elevate Your Life, Claim Your Power Now, you're already registered in for Monday night, 7 to 8 p.m. to have our free bonus called to our superpower, Claim Your Super Life. So it's interactive. You can ask more questions. We can cover things that we may not have had time to do today during these 5 days. We're just so excited. We can't stop talking. And I think our time is up, Brenda. What else is there?
Nothing. So clear your calendars. Do whatever you have to do for Monday to clear your calendars to be there. We cannot guarantee that it will be recorded and made available. Technology works in funny ways. So do whatever you can to be there. Bring your questions and your smile and your light. And we will see you all on Monday. Have a fabulous weekend. All right.
Happy Friday.